With me, Lorenzo Isaac for TVS Nightline. Here are the headlines for tonight. Sarawak is intensifying efforts in the energy sector to meet the growing global demand for sustainable energy solutions. Sarawak Tourism Minister Abdul Karim dismisses proposal for orangutan diplomacy as an unwise move. And Sarawak Deputy Premier Dr. Sim Kui Hian says emulate, not envy, Sarawak's unity. Sarawak is intensifying its effort in the energy sector to meet the growing global demand for sustainable energy solutions. Premier Sarawak Dato' Petinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tun Openg announced that Sarawak's latest initiatives are aligned with the environmental sustainability trends declared in the 2050 Paris Agreement.
Had it not been Paris Agreement 2050, the COP31, and the various conferences after COP21, where the planet is being threatened by, increase in temperature, and Paris Agreement said pre-industrial level, the temperature increase of temperature should be 1.5, and has to be below 1.5. Otherwise, we got problem what we have seen last year, based on the World Meteorological Organization statistic. 2023 was the hottest month, and apparently India, Bangladesh, and part of Asia are being threatened by this climate change issue.
Regarding the target of net zero carbon by 2050, Abang Johari highlighted that Sarawak is currently operating with 70% of its energy generated from hydro sources.
Sarawak, 70% hydro, 70% is renewable. Actually, we are net zero, negative zero. Sarawak is negative zero. We are more than net zero.
He said this in his speech during a briefing session for Korean investors on the Sarawak New Energy Hub project at a hotel in Seoul, South Korea earlier today. During the event, Abang Johari revealed that several European countries are also interested in investing and collaborating in the energy sector in Sarawak. Premier Sarawak Dato' Petinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tun Openg has welcomed the exemption of Sarawak and Sabah from the implementation of targeted diesel subsidies. In an interview with TVS after an event in South Korea today, he noted that the implementation of targeted diesel subsidies in Peninsular Malaysia will eventually lead to cost savings.
Saya mengucap terima kasih kepada Yang Berhormat Perdana Menteri yang telah tidak mengenakan target diesel tu untuk Sabah dan Sarawak. Bermakna we are exempted.
Previously, Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim announced the Cabinet's decision in a national address broadcast live on all local media channels last night. He explained that exemption was made because the fuel is used by vehicles in almost every household in both states. Sarawak is looking to enhance collaboration with South Korean companies, especially in the field of renewable energy. Premier Sarawak Dato' Petinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tun Openg said that with South Korea's technological expertise and Sarawak's resources, both parties could achieve a win-win solution in advancing green energy development. He said that Sarawak, through its subsidiary SCDC Energy, will supply hydrogen and ammonia to energy companies in South Korea to support the country's energy transition to green energy.
Dalam perbincangan tersebut, kita akan terus berusaha untuk menandatangani kerjasama di antara Korea dan Sarawak.
Regarding his visit to Yonghyong Energy Park, he noted that the power station, which can generate up to 5,000 megawatts, will be developing an ammonia terminal. Sarawak, he explained, will be the primary supplier to this terminal. For the second phase, the power station will develop a hydrogen terminal, and Abang Johari is optimistic that Sarawak will be able to meet the demand for this energy source. Premier Sarawak, Dato' Patinggi Tan Sri Abang Johari Tun Openg, has called on the federal government to establish new legislation to drive the development and trade of the green energy industry. He pointed out that the federal government currently lacks the legal framework to conduct trade in green energy industry materials. Cited logistics as an example, Abang Johari highlighted that specific laws are required for transportation.
Saya nampak bahawa kerajaan persekutuan belum lagi mempunyai legal parameter. Umpamanya dari sudut kita hendak transportkan hidrogen. Kita nak transportkan amonia di bawah akta. Di bawah akta undang-undang. Setakat ini belum lagi. Dan saya difahamkan Menteri Ekonomi akan membentangkannya.
He added that the federal government could refer to the laws used by Sarawak for managing a new energy development, such as the process of transporting hydrogen and ammonia, known as a transboundary transportation, based on the London Protocol.
Kerana dari sudut carbon trading dan juga tenaga hijau ini, kita bawakan hidrogen ke Korea. Umpamanya dia disebut sebagai transboundary transport, dan hidrogen ni dalam bentuk amonia. Datang sini tadi disebutkan mereka akan mencik cracker, dia crackkan amonia untuk mendapatkan hidrogen. Tetapi perjalanan gas ini ke Korea, kita mesti ada undang-undang peraturan yang berteraskan kepada London Protocol. Dan kita Sarawak sudah ada menggunakan peraturan-peraturan ini yang berteraskan kepada London Protocol.
The proposal for orangutan diplomacy as a means to strengthen relations with major palm oil importers, including the European Union, is characterized as an unwise move. The suggestion, made by Minister of Plantation and Commodities, Datuk Sri Johari Abdul Ghani, was dismissed by Sarawak Minister of Tourism, Creative Industry and Performing Arts, Datuk Sri Abdul Karim Rahman Hamzah, who stressed that these primates are not only protected in Borneo, but are also a national treasure that needs to be preserved. Abdul Karim emphasized that Johari should adopt China's policy of loaning their pandas to other countries, like how Malaysia hosts pandas at the National Zoo, returning them after the loan period ends.
It might not be a very good move. That might not be. Kita tak perlulah nak beri. We look after our orangutan well. We can always showcase them in our promotion and how we look after them, how we try to make sure that the habitat of the orangutan are not being spoiled by all this chopping of trees, plantation and things like that. But not by giving away lah. Yeah. Kalau betul lah, I hope it's not true. The best place for this kind of animals are in the natural habitat, not in the zoo, not in the cages.
There's no way Sarawak you will agree lah.
Well, it depends on the policy, but if you are to ask me on a personal note, I don't agree.
Earlier this month, Johari posted on X after launching the Malaysian Palm Oil Green Conservation Foundation's Biodiversity Forum, stating that orangutan diplomacy could demonstrate to the global community that the country always maintains a balance between meeting food security needs and environmental preservation. He added that Malaysia should not take a defensive stance on palm oil issues, but instead show the world that Malaysia is a sustainable palm oil producer committed to forest and environmental conservation. Do not envy Sarawak. Instead, emulate the measures implemented by its leader to unite the multiracial and multi-religious population and develop the state. Sarawak Deputy Premier Dato' Amar Dr. Sim Kui Hian said that the long-established unity among races and religions enables every celebration to be observed together, thus creating a sense of tolerance.
The question that people always ask is everything is Sarawak now. Why Sarawak? You know what I mean? Why 10 years ago no one looked at Sarawak? Now everyone look at Sarawak. Sarawak has been around for more than 100 years, but it is the people of Sarawak and the values that that is very dear to us. We hold it, and that's why Sarawak now everyone look at Sarawak as with respect, you know, and admire us. And to those that who admire us, and to those that who think who always look out at Sarawak, I thank them for respecting us. But don't get jealous of us. Just follow what Sarawak is doing. You know?
He said this when met at the Wesak Day ceremony at the Sarawak Buddha Association in Kuching earlier today. According to him, the example of unity was also demonstrated by Sarawakians through Wesak Day. The Sarawak government announced it has purchased the antiviral drug Paxlovid as preparation to face the renewed surge in COVID-19 infections. Sarawak Deputy Premier Dato' Amar Dr. Sim Kui Hian said this is due to the expiration of the Federal Ministry of Health's contract with the antiviral supplier last March.
The oral Paxlovid, right? The Sarawak government beginning the year helping Malaysian government to buy more because the contract in March was expired. Ministry of Health contract expired, and Sarawak government said, "Hey, we do not know how long is your negotiation, but Sarawak government buy more and use it for put in Sarawak hospitals. I mean the hospital and clinics, so that those who need, right? We don't want to be in a situation that you need because why? Federal government contract finished."
Dr. Sim, who is also Sarawak Minister of Public Health, Housing and Local Government, said that with this decision, Sarawak will no longer need to wait for a response from the federal government regarding the procurement of COVID-19 vaccines. Meanwhile, he reiterated that the Sarawak State Health Department has its own system to monitor the spread of COVID-19 through close cooperation with experts at University Malaysia Sarawak UNIMAS.
So all these is another way of monitoring when this COVID is already endemic. Endemic means in the community we are living with virus. And we are very fortunate because very few centers in Malaysia has the capability to do this monitoring. It means gene sequencing.
He said this when asked about the Sarawak government's preparation following reports of the renewed uptick in the COVID-19 cases reported in the country, as well as several neighboring countries like Singapore and Thailand. Coming up right after the break, Miri to be the first internationally recognized smart resort city in Sarawak. And in world news, Israel furious as Europe recognizes Palestinian state. Right here on Tvs Nightline, stay tuned. Welcome back. This year, Miri celebrates its 19th anniversary since it was first recognized as Sarawak's second city. Fun fact, Miri is actually one of 20 cities nationwide that was given the recognition as a city and is one out of 3 cities in East Malaysia. This recognition goes in tandem with the post-COVID-19 development strategy PCDS 2030 to develop Miri as the first internationally recognized smart resort city in Sarawak. To delve further into this big plan, we have Yusuf Shukri on the case.
Miri was first recognized as a city back on 20th May 2005, and this has brought about a lot of economic benefit to its people. But this wasn't the case. In the earlier 20th century, Miri was just a small fisherman city, or rather town, and then in the year 1910, the first discovery of the first oil well at the Grand Old Lady has again changed the economic activity of the people. And now, Miri is working towards being recognized as an international resort city that focuses on technological application and environmental sustainability. The mayor of Miri City Hall, MCC, Adam Yee Siu Song, said Miri is very lucky to have been chosen to undertake the 10 smart city initiatives outlined by the state government.
Smart, Miri City happily has already embarked on these Miri Smart City initiatives. And for the first phase, we have already successfully implemented 10 objectives of the smart city.
The 10 smart city initiatives include smart drain, safe parking, safe city and safe park, smart council, digital signages, smart bus, smart traffic, smart truck, and the mobile apps Miri Tourism and Miri Cares. Miri Cares is developed as a one-stop solution for Mirians to submit any complaints to MCC, while the Miri Tourism app was developed as an app that provides information on current events and happenings, as well as popular tourism hotspots surrounding Miri. Additionally, Miri has also successfully implemented the Smart Truck initiative that enables MCC to collect waste data by weight and by capacity. Adam also revealed that the second phase of the Smart City Miri initiative is being implemented, which involves the establishment of a command center that will be the catalyst to improve the service quality of MCC. The second phase will also involve the Child Friendly City Initiatives CFCI, as well as developing more infrastructure to cater to senior citizens and the disabled.
And we are working with UNESCO on this. And we are also working towards age-friendly city and community. And this one, we have signed an MOU with Curtin University to look into the aspects of this age-friendly city and community to cater to our community who are of older age. So Miri City is focusing on improving some of the infrastructure to be more OKU friendly, like reserve parking for OKU person, and also to have a ramp so that the wheelchair can be moved easier.
The development of Miri City is modeled after Nice, a city located in France due to physical similarities. And as a plus point, the beauty of Miri City is embodied by the tolerance between its 34 different ethnicities as well as diverse races and religions.
They share their parking lots with each other on their respective prayers days. For example, on Friday, the church car park is open to the Muslims who are doing the Friday prayers, whereas on Sunday, the mosque parking lots are open to the Christians for the Sunday church service. Yeah, so this is a classic example of how harmoniously that we live together in Miri.
Developing a city, or rather specifically a smart city, is no easy task, and it takes a long time. As the saying goes, it takes a village to raise one child. What more to say, a city? Therefore, to further develop Miri, it is not just the responsibility of the government, the local council, or its members, but it's the responsibility of Mirians as well to further drive economy, culture, religion, and the community at large. And on behalf of TVS and the people of Miri, we would like to wish you
Selamat Hari Bandaraya Miri.
Selamat Hari Bandaraya Miri. Selamat Hari Bandaraya Miri. Selamat Hari Bandaraya Miri.
Happy 19th Miri City Day. I'm Yusuf Shukri with videographer Awang Azmil for TVS Miri.
Foreign Minister Datuk Sri Mohammed Hassan paid a visit to the Iranian embassy in Malaysia to offer his condolences on behalf of Malaysians for the passing of its President Ibrahim Raisi and Foreign Minister Dr. Hussein Amir Doblahian. Through a post on his official social media, Mohammed conveyed his condolences to the ambassador of Iran to Malaysia, Waliullah Mohammadi Nasrabadi, for the great loss in the world of Islamic leadership and the people of the Islamic Republic. He also signed a note of condolences on behalf of the Malaysian government for the passing of the two Iranian leaders. On Sunday, May 19 at approximately 4:30 p.m. local time, a helicopter carrying Iranian President Ibrahim Raisi and his Foreign Minister Hussein made an emergency landing. The incident occurred as the helicopter was crossing a mountain terrain in heavy fog, returning to Tehran from a visit to the border with Azerbaijan. No one on board survived the crash. University Technology Mara UITM secured 2 awards at the 5th Business Excellence Awards BEA 2024, hosted by the British Malaysian Chamber of Commerce in Subang Jaya last night. In a statement today, UITM announced that it had won the UK-Malaysia Education Institutional Partnership of the Year Award, recognizing its collaboration with Cardiff Metropolitan University.
UITM also received a 1-star rating in the Energy Management Gold Standard for its green initiatives and energy conservation efforts. These accomplishments, it said, highlights UITM's ongoing commitment to excellence in education and environmental sustainability. The recognition also honored the university's dedicated efforts to enhance international partnerships and promote sustainable energy use. The BMCC Business Excellence Awards, established in 2018, celebrate the strong business ties between the UK and Malaysia by recognizing outstanding companies from both nations across various achievement categories.
On to world news. Israel reacted with fury after 3 European countries today said they will recognize a Palestinian state more than 7 months into the devastating Gaza war. Ireland, Norway and Spain said they would formally recognize the state of Palestine on May 28, drawing praise from many countries in the Arab and Muslim world. Israel charged that the move amounts to rewarding terrorism after Palestinian militant group Hamas launched its October 7 attack, which sparked the Gaza war.
Israel said immediately that it was recalling its envoys to Dublin, Oslo and Madrid for urgent consultations and also summoned the 3 European ambassadors for a rebuke. Foreign Minister Israel Katz charged that the twisted step of these countries is an injustice to the memory of the October 7th victims.
אני חושב שמה שעשה התובע הכללי של בית הדין בהאג זה בושה וחרפה. להשוות בין מנהיגי מדינת ישראל, מדינה דמוקרטית, עם מערכת משפט עצמאית וחזקה, שנלחמת על החופש שלה ועל ההגנה העצמית שלה, לארגון טרור שפל כמו החמאס, שאנס ורצח וחילל גופות ושרף תינוקות של אנשים רק כי הם יהודים, וחטף 250 אנשים לעזה, ומשתמש בהם כבני ערובה, ומשתמש בתושבי עזה כמגינים אנושיים, כדי להסתתר שם בתוך המסגדים, בתי הספר, בתי החולים ומתקני אונר"א. להשוות, ההשוואה הזאת היא חרפה והיא בלתי מתקבלת על הדעת.
Most Western governments, including the United States, say they are willing to one day recognize Palestinian statehood, but not before thorny issues are settled, including on final borders and the status of Jerusalem. But Norwegian Prime Minister Jonas Gahr Store said that recognition of Palestine is a means of supporting the moderate forces which have been losing ground in this protracted and brutal conflict.
Israelske myndigheter er informert om vår beslutning. Og vi vil fortsette å formidle til Israel at vårt mål, vår politikk, er å bidra til at både israelere og palestinere kan leve sammen i fred og sikkerhet som to stater side om side. Norge er en venn av Israel, og Norge er en venn av Palestina. Norge var et av de første landene som anerkjente Israel i 1949.
Spain's Prime Minister Pedro Sanchez charged that his Israeli counterpart Benjamin Netanyahu is causing so much pain, destruction and resentment in Gaza and the rest of Palestine that the two-state solution is in danger. And Irish Prime Minister Simon Harris called the October 7th attack barbaric, but stressed that a two-state solution is the only way out of the generational cycles of violence, retaliation and resentment.
It is a decision being taken on its merits. But we cannot ignore the fact that we are taking it as Palestinians in Gaza are enduring the most appalling suffering, hardship and starvation. A humanitarian catastrophe unimaginable to most and unconscionable to all is unfolding in real time.
A 54-year-old Nepalese climber known as Everest Man reached the peak of the world's highest mountain for a record 30th time earlier today, 3 decades after his first summit. Kami Rita Sherpa, who broke his own record after climbing the 8,849-meter peak for the 29th time earlier this month, has previously said that he was just working and did not plan on setting records.
Sherpa first stood on the top of Everest in 1994 when working for a commercial expedition. Since then, he has climbed Everest almost every year, guiding clients. Last year, Sherpa climbed Everest twice to reclaim his record after another guide, Pasang Dawa Sherpa, equaled his number of ascents. He has also conquered other 8,000-meter peaks, including the world's second highest mountain, K2, in Pakistan. Nepal is home to 8 of the world's 10 highest peaks and welcomes hundreds of adventurers each spring when the temperatures are warm and winds typically calm. Last year, more than 600 climbers made it to the summit of Everest, but it was also the deadliest season on the mountain with 18 fatalities.
See the world closer with TVS as we bring you the latest news updates both locally and internationally. For more headlines anytime, anywhere, just head on to our official website at tvsarawak.my or follow us on our social media platforms at TV Sarawak. Those were the updates on Tvs Nightline. I'm Lorenzo Isaac. Thank you for watching and have a good night.